Hello, welcome, and good evening. And it's Christmas time, and there's a lot of stuff going on, of course. We have to buy a Christmas tree, there's the Advent calendar, and chocolate, and Santa Claus, and all the good stuff, cookies. And yeah, but what could be better than even that? Of course, sitting down at your retro PC and playing some nice games. And obviously in wintertime it's very nice to play some of those old adventure games, for example those by Lucasfilm or of course by Sierra, who brought you some interesting games like King's Quest, Space Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, the Hero's Quest series, Lorabo, and so many more. Sierra was really very big in the 80s and early 90s. And they made a lot of our childhoods probably much better and much more interesting because, they made very fantastic games, playing with your imagination. And I loved those games, definitely. But Sierra also did other stuff. During the Christmas seasons of several of those years, they would publish those special, what would you call them? Well, they call them Christmas or Season's Greetings cards, and they're basically demo programs that run automatically without any intervention and showcasing, first of all, Sierra's technology and also just simply wishing you a very nice holiday season. And today I want to have a look at the ones that are publicly available and take a look at what they contain, what technologies they showcase, etc. The AGI engine actually supports CGA, EGA and Tandy graphics, although all of them support 320 by 200 pixels. The AGI just uses 160 by 200 pixels. I guess this is for probably older Apple II or similar machines. I think Sierra never supported the C64 though, so they were left out, but the Amiga was definitely supported. And it also supports PC speaker sound and Tandy. Tandy supports 3 voices, as you know from my Tandy sound card videos, so you can try to get that running. I didn't get it to run on real hardware with my Tandy sound card. Maybe it's coded for the Tandy BIOS or something, but with DOSBox it's no problem to listen to the sound. Otherwise you can listen to the one voice PC speaker sound. And the demo shows us a lot of different Christmas carols with lots of nicely animated scenes. On my 386 I got a few graphical glitches, but DOSBox renders it all very perfectly. In between it switches to a non-interactive demo of Space Quest 1, which was due to come out the following year, that is in 1987. So this definitely shows that this first greeting card seems to have been done for commercial and advertising purposes. But still, you could put it on a disc, of course. Even nowadays, put in your greeting message and send it out to your loved ones, because I'm sure they all have a retro PC somewhere with a 5¼ inch floppy drive. And if not, then you already got your next Christmas present for them. Isn't that right? Let's take a look at the second demo, which is showcasing the new SCI Sierra Creative Interpreter. This was introduced in 1988 and it used the same engine that was used for King's Quest 4, which was the first SCI game. And this was a huge leap forward for Sierra, so they were even sure if the SCI engine would work well. So King's Quest 4 was actually done in 2 versions, AGI and SCI, using, completely different code, basically, and different assets. And it shows here as well, because the SCI Christmas card is actually the same as the AGI graphics demo for 1986. So in the 2 years they enhanced the graphics there was much improved sound with a great variety of supported sound cards. Here you're listening to the Roland MT32 soundtrack. The scenes are sometimes a bit enhanced, like the Bethlehem scene, and there are actually lots of angels, as you can see, showcasing the amount of sprites that can be rendered. And actually there's no more product placement like the Space Quest 1 in the AGI demo. So this is probably more to really be a Christmas greeting card or a season greeting card. The graphics are of much higher resolution, being 320 by 200 and redone in the SCI style, but it's still only 16 colors of course, because higher color support came later. But nevertheless, it's a very nice demo, and the enhanced sound support really makes a big difference. The last Christmas card that I could find is called the Seasoned Professional. It showcases the SCI 1 interpreter, or maybe it's SCI 0, but there were few games of SCI 0 variety that supported VGA graphics. I think maybe the very early King's Quest V and Space Quest 4 versions might be that. I'm not sure on that actually. And again, this is a big step up in the interpreter capabilities. So it comes again in two flavors. There's an EGA version and a VGA version, which you can see here side by side. And the EGA version would run on much weaker machines and take up much less disk space. The whole thing uses, as I said, the new SCI 1 engine, and it has much enhanced mouse and graphics capabilities. The animations are much nicer, and it showcases definitely the improved technology here. And this time it's not as, what would you call it, maybe serene. There's a lot of comedy here. We follow the comical skits of an actor who is supposed to portray the holiday spirit. And this much better fits in with the Space Quest or Larry humor. And yeah, I'm not sure why they chose this, but it's definitely quite amusing to see that, even if the jokes are not very good, but maybe because of them being a bit cheesy, that's why it's so nice. There's a similar wide variety of sound card support, and the graphics, as you can see, look much better when they are updated to 256 colors, although I like the 16 color EGA palette of Sierra games and the dithering that's going on there. The final greeting card that I could find from Sierra was the 1992 edition of the Season's Greetings. And this is again, new version with not much improved technology, I would say. So it's from the era where Dynamics was already merged with Sierra, and this shows in the credits. And yeah, the graphics look nice, but they're still 320 by 200 VGA. Sound card support is similar. We get introduced with the half dome as usual in typical Sierra style, but this time with snow on the top. And again, this demo is not that much of a comedic affair, but rather reflective and cozy and homey. All in all, I like this one very much. I think my most favorite one is the SCI EGA version of the classic demo, but this one here is nice as well. So if I should rank them, I would say the 1988 one is top number 1, this one is place number 2, and then I would say the AGI version is still very impressive because of when it was done. And last, I would take the comedy Seasoned Professional demo. Yeah, so that's all the Sierra Christmas card demos that you can download. I will put links to that in the video description so that you can enjoy them on your retro hardware or using DOSBox on your favorite platform. And I think it's nice that Sierra did something like that, and it's something very interesting to see the evolution of their engines. And yeah, I hope this puts you a bit into the Christmas or holiday spirit. So I will leave the demo here a bit running, and I hope to see you soon. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any new episodes. And if you want to help me out a bit, consider dropping a coin in the Patreon or Ko-fi jar. But if not, that's also okay. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you liked or disliked it, and definitely leave some comments down below. I hope you enjoy your Christmas days, and see you soon.